Hello students, today we will continue with the 7th chapter of our class 9th Science NCERT textbook, that is Diversity in Living Organisms. So our today's class will be the last class for chapter number 7. So today we will continue with the rest of the topics of the kingdom Animalia. So, the sixth phylum is phylum Annelida. Phylum Annelida, they are triploblastic, bilateral, symmetrical, soft, elongated, cylindrical or flattened organism, and their body is metamerically segmented externally by grooves and internally by septa. So, how their body is segmented by grooves and internally by septa. Then their exoskeleton is absent and their body is covered with thin cuticle. They have locomotory organs as lateral appendages and parapodia, and they have the complete alimentary canal, and they have true coelom with closed vascular system. Their excretion is done by nephridia, and their nervous system consists of dorsal brain and ventral nerve cord having ganglia and nerves. And their reproduction is done by sexual means, and their sexes may be hermaphrodite or could be separate, and they live in a variety of habitats. As you can see here, it's earthworm, leech. They come under phylum Annelida. Then comes phylum Arthropoda. They are triploblastic, bilateral symmetry, and segmented animals. Their body segments are grouped into two regions such as cephalothorax and abdomen, or into three regions as head, thorax, and abdomen. And they have complex muscular system, striated muscles for rapid action, and they have smooth muscles for visceral organs, and their each body segment bears lateral and joint legs, and their body cavity is hemocoel. Their alimentary canal is complete, and their respiration through general body surface, they respire through their general body surface, through their gills, or through trachea. And their circulatory system is open with dorsal heart. They have dorsal heart, arteries are there, and hemocoel, but capillaries and veins are not present. Then their true nephridia is absent. Their sexes are separate and they undergo internal fertilization. This is the largest phylum. Example is prawn, peripatus, etc. Then we'll study about phylum Mollusca. Phylum Mollusca, the body under this phylum are soft. Body of the organism which come under this phylum, they are soft, bilateral, symmetry with little segmentation, and no appendages are found. Body is divided into head, ventral muscular foot, and a hard dorsal mass, and the entire body is covered with a thin skin called mantle. Their entire body is covered with a thin skin. Their body is soft, but the covering of the body is done with a hard covering, which is called as the thin skin, which is called as mantle. Hemocoel is present. Their digestive tract is simple and they respire through gills. The circulatory system is open type and their sexes are separate. They are aquatic, mostly marine and freshwater. Example, chitin, pilla, limex, etc. Another phylum is phylum Echinodermata. They are simple animals which are star-like. Their structure is star-like. They are triploblastic, coelomate and unsegmented, and they have radial symmetry. Their body lacks head. They do not have head, but they have oral and aboral surfaces. Body wall is covered with hard calcareous plate that form endoskeleton. Their body wall is covered with hard calcareous plate, that is the plate having calcium, so that it forms an endoskeleton. Their locomotion is tube feet and their digestive system is complete. They do not have excretory organs. Their sexes are separate, and they undergo sexual and asexual reproduction both. Example, Echinus, Asterias, etc. Then comes phylum Hemichordata. Their body is soft, unsegmented, worm-like with bilateral symmetry, and their body is divided into proboscis, collar, and trunk. As you can see in the figure, three parts of the body are given. First is the proboscis, collar, and trunk, that is the stalk. No nephridia is present, notochord is also absent. Example is melanoglossus, etc. Then comes phylum Chordata, which is the most important phylum. They are characterized by three important features. Their dorsal hollow tubular nerve cord. They have a dorsal hollow tubular nerve cord, and their notochord is replaced by a bone or cartilage to form vertebral column. The notochord that is present in all the other organisms of other phylums, they do not have this. Their notochord is replaced by bone or cartilage, and that later on forms a vertebral column. Their paired gill slits is pharynx. They have pharynx in them. The notochord is a long rod-like structure that runs along the back of an animal, and it separates the nervous tissue from the gut. Their body is bilaterally symmetrical, segmented, triploblastic, and with coelom, and a post-anal tail is present at some stage. And they have complete digestive system. Their endoskeleton is also present, and this is the most advanced group of animals. But chordata is also divided into two groups, that is protochordata and vertebrata. So here we will study in detail about vertebrata. Vertebrata are the animals that have vertebral column and cranium. They are primitive and they are without paired appendages. They do not have paired appendages. They are without true jaws. They do not have true jaws. Now, this subphylum, that is this vertebrata, is divided into following six classes. So let's study about them. Class 1 is chondrichthyes. So it includes marine fishes with cartilaginous endoskeleton. These are marine fishes. Their streamlined body. It is the fact that fishes have streamlined body. So that body is either laterally compressed and spindle shaped, or it is flattened and disc shaped. Their mouth is ventral in position, and their skin is covered with scales. Tail or caudal fin is present for movement, and they have a two-chambered heart. Their digestive system has J-shaped stomach, and their alimentary canal and urinogenital ducts open into common aperture called cloaca. They are ureotelic animals. Example, if we take it is scoliodon, torpedo, etc. Then comes the class 2, that is osteichthyes. It includes marine and freshwater fishes with partly or wholly bony endoskeleton. The shape of the body is spindle-like, and the skin is neither naked nor covered with scales, and their mouth is terminal in position, means pointed. Four pairs of gills are present and are covered by operculum. Cloaca is absent. These are ammonotelic. Class 1 was ureotelic. They are ammonotelic organism. Their heart is also two-chambered. They are cold-blooded and they lay eggs, and fertilization is external. Example, labio, hippocampus, anabas, etc. Then class 3 comes amphibia. Amphibia, they live on land but lay eggs in water. They live partly in fresh water and partly on land. Means they live on land but they lay eggs in water. And they live partly in fresh water and then sometimes they live on land. Their skin is smooth, rough, moist, slimy, and mostly without scales. Their body has a distinct head, trunk, but it do not have neck. Their mouth is large and they have a three-chambered heart, and they respire by gills, lungs, skin, etc. And they are oviparous. Oviparous means they lay eggs. Example rana, buffo, hyla, etc. Then we come to class 4, that is reptilia. These are cold-blooded terrestrial or aquatic vertebrates with body covered with dry waterproof skin having horny scales. They are cold-blooded plus they are terrestrial or aquatic vertebrates. Their body is covered with dry waterproof skin and they have horny scales. Their body has head, neck, trunk, and tail, and their limbs are tetrapodous, pentadactyl type with clawed digits. Their tympanum is small and their teeth are present in all reptiles. Respiration is through gills. Heart is also three-chambered. Fertilization is internal. Example green turtle, land tortoise, etc. Then comes class 5, that is aves. Aves are warm-blooded tetrapods. Their size ranges from small-sized hummingbird to large-sized ostrich. The horny scales are present but feathers cover the whole body. Their whole body is covered with feathers. Body is divided into head, neck, trunk and tail. Their four limbs are modified into wings for flight. And their hind limbs bear four clawed digits, and the narrow jaws that are present, they bear horny beak teeth. They are horny beak, and their teeth are absent, and their bones are hollow, and they breathe through lungs. The four-chambered, they have a four-chambered heart, and cloaca is present. They are eurythrophilic organisms, and birds have highly developed vision, voice, and hearing. Their fertilization is internal and they are oviparous. Example crow, sparrow, pigeon, etc. Any bird you can take. Then comes class 6, that is mammalia. They are warm blooded and the most evolved animals. Their hair and subcutaneous fat form an insulating layer. Their body is divided into head, neck, trunk, and tail, and their eyelids are movable. Females have milk producing glands. Their external ears are present. Teeth are thecodont and heterodont. The two pairs of pentadactyl limbs are present. They respire through lungs and their heart is four-chambered. They are ureotelic organisms. Their fertilization is internal and they are viviparous, means they give birth to young ones. They can live in all kinds of habitats. Example kangaroo, mole, flying fox, squirrel, human being, etc. So, this was what we need to study